And welcome back to Midday with the Raj on 103.5 WCCH, the best in variety, with DJ Big Al, your host, for your local sports updates and much more on this beautiful day in Holyoke, Massachusetts. Just a reminder that next week there will not be a show because it's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, and I hope you guys enjoy the holiday. So I do got some sports, obviously, to cover. I got the some sports actually news from Mass Live. So this weekend, it's actually about Drake May, actually, for starters. So actually, it's from Mass Live. It says, just trying to win, league to comply, and Drake May won't take credit for the leading league with quarterback statistics. And that was by Mark Daniels at masslive.com. Just thought I would share that really quick. I do actually have a few people coming on in actually about 5 minutes, so I'm looking forward to getting them on Midday with the Raj. But no, I got, some local news for you as well. The Cougars dominate in season opener. Holyoke Community College won a basketball, opened their season at front of a packed house in the Bartley Center last Thursday evening, hosting regional opponent Quentin Graham to OC. The Lady Cougars were dominating from the tip-off, racking up points on their way to a 93-88 win. Nine Holyoke players tallied points in the contest, and all 10 grabbed at least one rebound. The Cougars' 93 points is the most the team has scored in a single season in the post-COVID era. Freshman Andriak Disson, Keene, New Hampshire, and juniors Andra, Springfield, Mass, Putnam Vocational High School led the way for the Lady Cougars, each registering a double-double in the victory. Dixon scored a team-high 25 points, shooting 11 from 13 from the field floor and 3 from 6 from the free throw line, and brought down a team-high 12 rebounds. Andrea scored 14 points and grabbed 11 rebounds to notch a double-double. She led in assists with 8 and had 6 steals in the contest. Freshman Tatine Zemig from Westfield High School had a team-high 7 steals to go along with 16 points. Sophomore Ern Beloit and South Hadley Mass High School shot 6 for 8 from the floor, including 2 for 3, three-point range to score 14 points. The Lady Cougars are 1-0 with a season launched by a ceremonial pregame jump bowl that was tossed up by HCC President George Timmons. Holyoke will travel for their next 3 matchups before playing their only other November home game on Saturday, actually that was past, so this was from last week, actually. But no, they're 1-0, and that's a good start. 3 road games, and then that was their only home game for this month, so, go Cougars. God, hopefully they can keep continuing their success in the young season. In other news, the Boston Celtics forward Jason Tatum. Well, this looks like last year. This looks a little old. But no, the Drake May one wasn't. That's actually from today. Just trying to win. Drake May won't take credit for leading the league in stats. So in his record NFL season, Drake May has established himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Entering this week, the Patriots quarterback ranks number 1 in passing yards, 2,836, and pass completion percentage, 71.9. He's also number 2 for passer rating, 113.5. Number 4 in passing touchdowns, 20th, and 5th in completions, 230. The Patriots' number 3 overall pick from last year had many thought he would, however, don't expect May guard and even mention his place among the NFL league leaders. On Wednesday, May said he doesn't look at his stars and even claimed the returns lack of a bye week in the reason for his top rankings. Number 1, just hope to be at the top in wins. That's the biggest thing. Just trying to win, May said, and I think all that other stuff comes after that. part of the reason I probably am is because we haven't had a bye week yet. So really just focus on 1 week at a time, and I think a lot of players on this team are doing great. Things to help me, and the defense is playing great. So it's here. It's been fun. We got to keep going. I just had people come in. I'll actually continue reading that a little later. These are notebooks, or not notebooks, actually newspapers that I got before I even got into the show today. I got a couple of guests coming in, pretty hot, really quickly. We got DJ Damon T and his nephew. And what is your name, my friend? Gabriel. Welcome to the show. I know I got your guys' email or chat a little earlier today, but let's get right to it. I know that DJ Damon T is going to a very special spot and an event that's taking place, I think, a week from now.
That is correct. So, I will be attending Survivor Series in San Diego, California at the beautiful Petco Park.
Yeah, that's exactly where DJ Damon T grew up. I'm glad that I got to get him on the show today. It's very very great. I know a couple weeks ago, actually, was it a couple weeks ago? Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. We tried getting you on, but there was, what exactly happened? Tell the crowd exactly.
All right, well, water started coming through the ceiling of my apartment, and one of the ceiling panels came down. And on top of that, Big Al, you don't even know this yet, we discovered that same day that my dog had fleas. And
Seriously?
And that they were in, like, the corner of the bedroom where he sleeps. And so we've pretty much been dealing with the literal fallout from the roof and the flea situation since I was supposed to be on your show.
It's quite the unfortunate events mixed in one day.
It is quite the unfortunate events mixed in one day. But Patriots are doing phenomenal.
Yeah,
and so that makes me have a lot of good
a
time.
mass live. There's still a little more to it. I mean, I could keep going with it, or do you want to just get
Sure.
right into...
I was hearing what you were saying when we first came in about it, so I'd like to hear what the rest of... I saw the headline today, but I haven't actually read the article.
This actually is from today.
Yep.
So the Patriots have the latest bye in the NFL in Week 14. Actually, the Giants and the 49ers... They all have the bye. All three teams. Two of my best friends' teams are Patriots and Niners fans. So and of course I'm a Giants fan. And we all have the bye in the same week.
I'd have to imagine many of your best friends are Patriots fans, just geographically.
Actually 3 of them are. So the Patriots have the latest bye, Week 14. However, May's impressive stats go beyond then. May's 113.2 passer rating would be the second best in Patriots history behind GOAT Tom Brady. So that's insane. Is the only quarterback in New England history to finish a season with 100-plus passer rating. This season, Mays has 5 50-yard completions. The Patriots' regular season record is 7, set by Brady in 11, 16, 9, and 07. The NFL record in 12 is 12 by Joe Burrow about 4 years ago.
That's a sad story right there, Joe Burrow. They wasted that guy.
I don't think he's going to play this week.
They wasted that guy.
Against Cincinnati, not Cincinnati. Against New England, I don't think he's playing this week. I think he's going to get cleared. Well, I don't know the full injury stat line yet, but I don't think it's aiming off well for him. And no, it was bad, like the injury and the turf toe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that,
It's just we
know that Brock Purdy had that too. I mean, it's been some quarterbers, but no, it's been rough for them.
They looked like contenders a few years ago.
That happened as well. Yeah. They were in the Super Bowl against the Rams, and they ended up losing that. They looked like contenders. So,
it's ownership.
No. Oh, for sure. The season has been accurate on a historic level. We got May said he feels like he's becoming more accurate this season with New England. I think just being competitive, I think that's the biggest thing. I'm competitive, May said. I want to make good throws. I want to, complete the passes in the right windows and give the ball a good ball placement for coach and catch and run. I think accuracy is one of the biggest things, and you see so many great quarterbacks that use so accurate. I think that's what you try to work towards as soon as I get in the league. Something that just tried to establish myself from the get-go is trying to be accurate.
He's been pretty damn accurate lately.
That was the whole article. I know that there's small little things down here as well. So actually, there's something about the team's complete and growing jamboree. The team line for the Holyoke Unified Basketball Jamboree Wednesday at Holyoke, Agawam, Greenfield, Holyoke, Southwick, Westfield, and West Springfield represented Western Mass. I don't know exactly what the date on this was, but it looks like it was recently.
It's today's paper.
So yeah, it had to have been recently.
What's our source again? What paper is this?
This is from Mass Live.
Mass Live.
I used to be a subscriber for them, but I don't. That was expensive.
They've got a good social feed.
Yeah. Well, most newspaper live events like that usually have pretty good social media. But no, then there's like this Thunderbirds thing down here.
Go T-Birds.
Yeah,
T-Birds. Go T-Birds.
Springfield Thunderbirds. But no, I just thought I would share a little news and just drop this down for a little bit. And how you guys doing? I know I kind of started off a little different today with the newspaper. I don't usually quite do that as well, but the last couple weeks they've been handing me.
Yeah, that's good though, because then you're staying current, and it's a great picture of Drake May on the cover. What do you think of the new uniforms?
Yeah, the ones they used a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. A little Detroit Lion-esque.
Yeah,
but that's okay. I like it. I'll probably get a hoodie or something.
No, I think that sounds like a good plan.
So I haven't gotten to talk to you since my Padres failed out of the playoffs again.
Oh yeah, that's right. What do you got? I know that was
it was
a little while ago now, but
it was heartbreaking. I mean, how many years can you, to go back to what I said earlier, be a contender and have people saying at the beginning of the season the Padres are legit. The Padres are legit. It was kind of heartbreaking this year, more heartbreaking than usual, to be honest. I just I had the hope, or as a San Diegan, as San Diegans know, the old Padres slogan was "Keep the Faith," because they're friars, they're monks, but also they were so bad for so long that their slogan was "Keep the Faith." And it just feels like I'm having trouble keeping the faith this year when it comes to the Padres after being knocked out. Not even in the playoffs. I mean, well, it was the wild card round. Like that hurts even more.
What do you think's next for them?
Well, a lot of stuff is in the air right now because there's an ownership question mark. The widow of the owner, who has been running the team for a couple years, he passed away a couple years ago, and she's been running the team, and pretty much has been pretty public with the fact that she doesn't want to keep running the team. So they actually sent out an email. If you subscribe to the Padres, whatever, which I do, they sent out an email saying, hey, we just want to let you know we've kind of said publicly we want to sell the team, and now we're really saying publicly we're looking to sell the team. So what's next for them? It's a question I can't really answer because I don't know what a big ownership change like that looks like for coaching and for the payroll and for, this last ownership was willing to put a lot of money into the team that other past ownerships weren't willing to put into, and we've been contenders because of it. The proof is in the pudding.
And honestly, it's kind of weird, when they got knocked out in the postseason, it was the first round, and I honestly expected some big things from San Diego.
Yeah, you and everyone else
in the postseason. And I just feel like the last few years, you've gotten there, but it hasn't played out to their full potential. They're making it, they're getting there, they're getting to the dance.
Which is more than they used to do.
They're in the postseason. I feel like they're missing a spark.
I don't know what the final piece is.
I can't really say much because my team's on a 17-year drought, so I can't say nothing. But
who's your team again?
The Yankees.
Yes. Gabriel lived in Boston for a couple years, but it was a couple bad Boston Red Sox years. What was the environment like up there?
It was angry.
It was angry?
Yeah. I mean, Boston...
Always, tough crowds with that.
Boston people are very passionate about the Red Sox, We are a very pride city. So when the Red Sox are losing, we're losing, and when the Red Sox are winning, we're winning. And...
It was just bad attitudes up there?
Bad attitudes. Usually is, we are... You just walk in and people can get angry for the most idiotic things.
But especially when the Red Sox are not doing well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. When the Red Sox are winning, oh yeah, the city's going crazy. You know, it's a lot of fun.
That's the same thing in San Diego, actually. Well, no. See, the San Diego thing is they were so bad for so long, we had to learn how to have fun regardless.
There you go.
They used to be so bad, they would let you in for free after the 7th inning stretch.
That's how I feel about the Giants. The last 14 years, they've been pretty much like the laughing L of the NFL. But
Where's Phil Simms?
I don't know. Where's Eli? I don't know. But I heard that Jackson Dart is trending in the right direction for this week for the Giants, though. I know that he didn't play last week. The whole concussion protocol, he didn't clear it. And then the Giants ended up losing last week's game. And that wasn't really, great. That's 5 games in a row that they lost.
It's been pretty bad. You know what I don't understand is some like for San Diego, we were a small market town as far as the money goes, so it made sense the Padres were so bad for so long. I don't understand how New York teams can ever be bad with their payroll.
It's actually sad because, especially with the Yankees, because they're the 3rd highest payroll in all of Major League Baseball. And, then when you get, when it consistently happens, over and over again, you're just what's the point of spending all this money if they can't take the pressure in New York?
You follow actual player stats. I follow, weirdly, some of the business stats. The money that the Yankees make globally just on merchandising can pay for top-tier players.
I believe it.
They sell
So
Yankees
stupid.
hats in Japan.
I know, it's really stupid. But
You wouldn't believe it, but in Europe, Yankees are pretty popular.
Yeah.
I guess I can
If you
see
look
that.
at the global market of teams, it's the Yankees and the Lakers that sell the most merchandise globally.
Out of anyone?
Out of anyone.
The Yankees?
It may be an old fact at this point, actually, but it was at one point.
Well, times could be different.
Yeah.
You
So,
know.
yeah, that's my take on it. I wanted to actually go back to a question on the Patriots, Big Al, because you
Yeah,
do
what's up, dude?
follow kind of statistically better, or you just, you're in a little more than that. Is it Drake May or is it Vrabel? What's
The turnaround.
What's the turnaround? What's the keystone?
It's all of them.
Really?
Yeah, it's May. It's Vrabel. Daniels. Defense has been absolutely nuts. They've let up barely any rushing yards this year as well. It's been a spark. People could say what they say about the schedule, but you play who you play, so you can't
I did
really
hear.
complain about
I did hear
who
Cam
you
Newton's
play.
comments on their schedule.
You play who you play. You can't control it.
Do you agree?
You could trash a team all they want with how poorly their schedule is.
Do you
but
agree with Cam Newton?
But no.
No.
I
Okay.
actually don't, because you can't control who you play. Who's on the schedule is who's on the schedule. You can trash a team oh yeah, they've had an easy walk, but you can't control who they play. You think I was really thrilled to find out this year that the Giants had this bad of a hard schedule? You think I was really all whoop-de-doop a good 2-14 season again? No, not really. But that's just the name of the game.
But having the past couple seasons expectations of the Patriots, which wasn't a lot, even if you looked at the schedule, you couldn't have expected this record out of them. So you can say they had an easy schedule, but they were an easy team according to the last couple seasons. So they're an easy team that pulled themselves Cinderella style from the bottom of nowhere, at least if you ask me. But I like that you said that it's very diplomatic in sports of you. It's a team effort, man. It's a team effort. But do you think that Brady-Belichick dynasty eras, it was a team effort, or was it just those two dudes? Because they had such a rotating
Think
cast
about
around them.
I would think about their defense, too. But their defenses for those Super Bowls were insane, too.
Okay. So you would still, if I was to say to you, if you were to take Belichick or Brady out of that equation, you think the defense could have helped them hold their own? And
I think Brady
those two are not as important
Brady
to the
was
equation.
a big help. If they were in a really bad scenario, the game against Atlanta and the amazing comeback, a bad situation probably after the pick six that Brady threw like before the whole halftime thing, and then like there was some type of talk to like get them ready to go for the second half, of course, but I think having those two guys there was a big inspiration because they've been in this situation before.
But you would say now more than it being just Vrabel and May that it's a collective.
It's a collective. I mean, you gotta be able to defend your players, and of course, you gotta be able to defend the other team from scoring. You can't do that if you don't have a defense, and the Patriots' defense has been literally outstanding for like years now.
I actually, I feel like not enough people talk about the defense of the dynasty eras. I mean, aside from Bruschi or my favorite player ever, Junior Seau, even though that's the one year they didn't get a ring, which is heartbreaking. That's my favorite player ever, Junior Seau, and he finally had a chance to get a ring, and that's the year they went undefeated up until the Super Bowl. Thanks a lot, Big Al and Eli and the Giants, for not letting my Junior Seau get his championship ring. Big Al's silently looking down right now. Congratulations.
I was also like 3, so I didn't really watch anything, to be honest.
Well,
I mean, I remember like glimpses and flashes of the second one, but I didn't start watching the NFL till like later after that.
For me, that was
I
a
was so
heartbreaking
young,
one
bro.
because Seau was my favorite player, and the Patriots were one of my favorite teams, and it was like, wow, they're undefeated, and they're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think I remember that year.
Yeah, the Velcro catch.
I don't know, freaking.
That helmet and football is in the Football Hall of Fame, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, and with a picture of him doing the like Velcro catch. I turned the corner and I was like, oh man, why is this here?
That's cool.
It is cool. It's a cool place, actually. Canton, Ohio, Football Hall of Fame.
I've been to the baseball one in Cooperstown, New York.
Yep.
I also played a baseball tournament there.
Sweet.
So, I was on a travel baseball team called the Westfield Terminators when I was younger.
That's fantastic. Westfield's got a lot of baseball going on because don't they have the Bombers or something like that?
Well, yeah, the Tigers as well, like my former school, Westfield Tech, and yeah, the Bombers. Like they're about to start up their winter sports.
Heck
so,
yeah, man.
Like I was trying to get something with them, but they're like, if they needed some help, but they got a full amount of employees right now. But the 80 from the school said if you want to check back up in the spring, we'll check right back in with you.
Do it to it, Big Al. You're a man on the scene in the sports. I got a question for you, sports related to Holyoke community, because
What's up, bro?
I did not pay enough attention, and I'm sad about it. I thought about it this morning on the way to school. How did our volleyball team do last Friday?
Unfortunately, they ended up losing.
First game or second game?
I think it was. I had to say it was the second.
So they got to the second game.
But
okay.
But yeah, they ended up losing. But I heard that they had an outstanding season.
They had a great season, and being the birthplace of volleyball, it's fantastic that our volleyball team represented like that. It's good stuff.
Sure. I think I covered a little bit of the, but that was that was definitely from like last week when I was covering the whole Cougars basketball for the girls. But they ended up. I heard that they have 3 games on the road coming up, and that was their one home game played last week.
The girls basketball team?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't know how our boys are doing, but I'll have to check up on
Support your local sports. Support your local colleges, y'all. 103.5 WCCH.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
I know that Todd Thielen's helping them out behind the scenes as well, so that's pretty big, just to get a little help on that. So what do you guys want to get to? I know that you have a few minutes, but what do you think's going to happen? We got that whole Survivor Series.
Yeah, you want to talk a little fake sports for a little bit? I'm sorry, wrestling fans. I'm a big wrestling fan too. It's like I'm allowed to say that because but I love it. We're going to Survivor Series War Games. Flying out Tuesday. Going to spend Thanksgiving in San Diego with my father and stepmother, and then Survivor Series War Games. For those of you who are not aware, it's a wrestling match that happens, and this time it's going to be happening at the baseball park in San Diego, which is really cool whenever it's not in a traditional arena. That always gives it an extra little feel of something special. But not only is it in the baseball park, it's 2 wrestling rings side by side, surrounded by a cage. There are 2 teams of 6 in shark cages at the end of a ramp.
2 separate matches. We got men's
and women's. You have 2 people start in the ring, and then at intervals of, I think, about 2 minutes, one person from a team comes in. So you have a 2-on-1 advantage. Then it's 2 versus 2. Then it's 3-on-2. And not until all 12 people are in the ring does the match officially start. And then it's just mayhem and chaos. And I'm really excited to go see it live. And found out that my father went rogue, and he bought us fancy tickets, so we get meet and greet. So I will get to be meeting Nia Jax, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, yeah.
Chelsea Green.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe Maxine Dupree, and there was one other person. Oh, Ray Phoenix.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yep.
That's
so we're gonna be doing that. I might even dress up like Dirty Dominic. All you need is a mullet wig and a mustache. So
pre-news, he's gonna get whooped by John Cena.
That is true. He's facing your dude, huh? I forgot about that one. He's facing John Cena there.
My Grand Slam champion.
Who do you got on that one, Gabriel? John Cena or Dirty Dom?
Is this the retirement fight?
Obviously it's predetermined because
second to last.
It's not real, but
second to last. I feel like the elephant in the room right now is about John Cena's retirement. Because he announced that was it a month ago now? 2 months ago?
His retirement? He's been doing it for a year.
Well, no, I know.
Yeah, he announced that last
yeah.
December. So
I feel like in the end, Dirty Dom is gonna take it. I feel like it just sets up for next generation.
Okay, now I got a question for you guys.
Yes, sir.
I love cheering for bad guys.
Yeah.
Do I just loudly, because I might even be on camera because we got decent enough seats, do I just cheer for Dirty Dom and make a fool out of myself cheering for that man because he's from San Diego? Or do I boo him because he's from San Diego and we don't want the bad guy hometown kid to beat Captain Hero? I know you would probably say cheer for John Cena is what you would do. What should I do as a guy who likes to cheer for bad guys?
Most people would probably say go for John Cena, but
Boo.
But if you want to go for Dominic Mysterio, that's all up to you.
What do you think, Gabe?
I think you have to go with your heart. What are you really trying to?
I love cheering for bad guys because I like seeing little kids get mad at me.
Then you know what? Stir up some
You said that
chaos.
before on a show.
I did say that before. I went to WrestleMania, and my buddy's kids were pretty cool with me cheering for the bad guys, and then I stood up for Gunther, and I heard my buddy's kid go, "Man, even this one?" So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. Big Al, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate it. Seems to be a chance that Jackson Dart could clear concussion protocol later on today.
Updates.
Twitter. Jordan Waddle on Twitter. But you're heading out Tuesday, and I'm assuming you're staying there for, a good week.
Actually, no, we're only staying until Sunday. Not even a full week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because isn't the pay-per-view is next Sunday?
It's on Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yeah, so it's on Saturday. We're going to leave Sunday night. My wife's at Mount Holyoke College, and they're in finals time, as we all know here on HCC, because as are we.
Yeah, there's more than one college in Holyoke.
That's right. We're Holyoke Community. She goes to Mount Holyoke College.
Which is another community college in this.
No, not. It's a private college.
Whereabouts?
Mount Holyoke is in Here's the confusing thing about New England, folks. Mount Holyoke College is in South Hadley, Massachusetts.
Oh, really?
Yes. That actually took me a little bit to register. So, that's the fun thing about this area.
I had no idea. Appreciate you guys coming. Do you have anything else you want to say, brother? I know that, you don't get that much time on the mic, but this is DJ Damon T's nephew.
What's up?
And thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no worries.
You had a couple minutes to say, how the relationship you have with, Damon and everything, and how things play out with you guys, and, how you guys, enjoy, even just watching wrestling or just sports in general.
So, with me and Damon, right, him and I, he's always just been, someone cool I could look up to kind of thing. We were also kind of, the music people in our family kind of thing.
Sure.
When I found out he was into wrestling, I've never been much into WWE much, but when I heard that Damon was really into it, I started watching it more. Did you take me to a WWE match when I was a kid? Young. I think that was one of my first wrestling events you took me to, and I ended up really liking it, but I think now that I'm getting a little more involved with things, I'm gonna start checking it out more.
Amherst,
Yeah, I remember.
What year exactly?
It was a house show, so it was probably. I mean, how old are you now?
I'm 20.
So that
Same age as me.
You had to be like, maybe like 10, 15 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now I'm coming to HCC, and Damon's been a real mentor and helping me get involved. And this is my first time ever doing something like this, so I appreciate you having me on. Appreciate it, son. So thank you for that.
Absolutely, dude. I'll definitely have to get you guys back on again. Maybe in December again or something.
Are you still here next semester to go?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, great.
I know that I'm gonna have a meeting about next steps in the second week of December. I have a few spots in mind. If I wanted to have an actual goal, I mean, one day at a time. But I maybe Westfield State or something. I don't know yet. But I just have to see. Obviously talk about it. Conversation, of course. So, December 8th, I'm gonna have a meeting with a few people, and we're gonna see what they can do. With all that, pay and everything. You know how it is. But thank you guys for coming on the Midday with the Raj today. That was really huge, guys. And I'm going to do a quick PSA. All these two awesome guys head out and get ready for their big trip. And I hope you guys enjoy Survivor Series. And I hope you get to bring back some picks and go John Cena. So,
oh, thank you, Big Al.
Of course, brother. Thanks for your time. So that's DJ Damon C and his nephew. Forgot your name, brother.
Gabriel.
And his nephew, Gabriel. Give it up for those two guys for an amazing show so far. Gabriel and Damon C, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do a quick public service announcement and just keep going on with the show. So we have HCC's Community College 24th Annual Given Tree Campaign. Kickoff was November 6th, which obviously that was a few weeks ago. The closing ceremony is later on next month, December 17th at 11 a.m. Join us to celebrate as we present our area organizations with gifts you have genuinely donated. So that's something else to look out for, of course. I was actually pretty intrigued with what I was reading down here when they were combining the teams compete in the growing Jamboree. The 2025 Holyoke Unified Basketball Jamboree took place on Wednesday with 6 Western Mass schools. That was Holyoke High, Agawam, Greenfield, Holyoke, Southwick, Westfield, and West Springfield. Unified basketball has grown a lot. A lot of schools are interested. Holyoke Athletic Director Malene Martin said, "We're hosting 3 jamborees. Not here. There's 18 teams in Western Mass. More and more people are joining, and team sizes are growing as well. Some teams start out very small, and then they build. I have our largest team that we've had in the last couple of years. The growth of unified basketball as a whole can be seen all across the state. Massachusetts and Interscholastic Athletic Association Leadership Coordinator Peter Smith has witnessed this growth of unified athletics firsthand. When we first started with this initiative back in 2016, we had about 30 schools and we ran for 4 jamborees. Smith said, now this past season, there are over 160 schools with unified basketball teams across the state. And we have 19 jamborees over the past 2 weeks. That's the most we've ever had. Unified basketball provides kids with and without an intellectual disability play alongside one another and learn what it means to be part of a team. Teams compete with, it's on page 82. So that's what we got with that. The Thunderbirds, Mayflower, they have Friday, November 21st, a food drive at 7:05 p.m. against the Comets. Scan here for tickets. Shout out Steve Forney, that is the former broadcasting teacher of mine and is the PA guy for them. So, I'm going to get a little bit into the scripts. We have about 19 minutes, and then we'll be wrapping up, and then we'll be back in a few weeks on Midday with the Rods, because next week there won't be a show because it's Thanksgiving. So we got Missouri and Oklahoma for college football this week. We got USC and Oregon, and we have Pitt and Georgia Tech. Getting some results as I go through this as well. Give me 1 second. So last night the Ducks beat the Bruins 4-3. Their next game is going to be Friday night against the Kings at 10:30 p.m. So tune into that if you get a chance. So we also have some qualifying offers that got accepted. Trent Grisham's back with the Yankees. Gleyber Torres accepted his, back with the Tigers. And Brandon Woodruff back with the Brewers. Shorty Amunga back with the Cubs. Last night, the Miami Heat beat the Golden State Warriors 110-96. Golden State's next game is Friday night against the Trailblazers, looking to get to 10-8 on the young season. The Celtics ended up beating the Nets the other day, and they have the Nets again Friday night as well at TD Garden. Just for a little NBA standings update as well, we have the Detroit Pistons at 13-2. We have the Raptors at 10-5, the Knicks at 9-5, the Cavaliers at 10-6. The Atlanta Hawks 9-6, the Heat 9-6, Bulls 8-6, 76ers 8-6, and we have 3 8-7 teams: the Celtics, Magic, and Bucks, and everything else is just pretty much bottom of the barrel. For the Western Conference side of things, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder, the defending champs, at 15-1, the Denver Nuggets at 11-3, the Rockets at 10-3. The Lakers at 11-4, and the Spurs at 10-4. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves at 10-5, the Phoenix Suns at 9-6, Golden State at 9-8, and then everybody else is pretty much down. So it's, we got a long way to go season-wise with both the NBA and the NHL. We have about 15 minutes left on Midday with the Raj. So let's just jump right into the National Football League and the picks and, recaps from last week as well. So obviously last week the Giants ended up losing to the Green Bay Packers last week, and Jameis Winston was starting for the Giants because Jackson Dart couldn't clear concussion protocol. Although this week that's looking to change. I think Jackson Dart is aiming in the right direction to play this week for the Giants in Detroit. So the Giants have a game this week against the Lions, and then they're playing next on December 1st in New England, and then they are on the bye week, as I mentioned earlier, in about week 14. So as of right now, the Giants have the number 3 pick as of right now, and they are 2-9. But Analysis is pretty much playing for pride, the rest of the season. So, and then, another top draft pick for the Giants. So they could use all the help they can get. When it comes to the picks this week, I'll actually just, jump right in right now. Tonight we have the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans to kick off week 12. Both teams, I know Buffalo ended up beating Tampa Bay last week. The Texans won last week as well. And both teams, sitting at a pretty decent spot. I know that the Texans would probably want a big win this week at home, 5-5, but Buffalo looking to spoil that tonight with a game on the road in Houston. So that covers our first game. We have the Jets and Ravens this week in Baltimore. I'm going to take the Ravens at home in that one. We have this is going to be my lock of the day. This is my Al's lock of the day. Is going to be the Giants at 2-9 going to Detroit. I think this week just, even with the Dart back, it's going to be not really great. But I have the Lions winning that game at home. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chicago Bears. In this one, I honestly think Chicago will take it at home. And then we got the Patriots taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I know that they haven't got the full injury report on Joe Burrow, but either way, I think in this one, New England's going to get to keep their win streak going and get to 10-2. We got the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. I like the Packers in this one at home. I think that they're going to end up taking a big step this week. So Joe Burrow was taking individual drills with Ted Canis on pre-practice snaps on Thursday. So probably in the next day we'll probably find out the full injury report on him. We got Indianapolis and the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 5-5, and last week losing. They're looking to snap this losing streak, and but Indianapolis at 8-2, coming off the bye. I think here, even the games in Kansas City, I still think the Colts are going to be taking this one on the road. I think that the Chiefs right now they're falling apart, and falling apart fast. I think that the Colts are ready to go and they're red hot, coming off the bye as well. So we got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tennessee Titans. I think this is a no-brainer. I think the Seahawks are going to take care of business on the road in Tennessee. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Arizona Cardinals. I will take the Jaguars in this one. We have the Cleveland Browns and the Raiders. This is not a really great game, but in this one, I'll take the Browns on the road. We have a divisional game, Philadelphia and Dallas. I'll take Philly here. I don't really like either team, but Philadelphia is going to take this one on the road. We got Atlanta and New Orleans. I will take actually Atlanta on that one. I know that Michael Penix is out for the rest of the year with an ACL, so that's not really great, and their quarterback changes has been a lot lately, so that's not really something you want to see. I'll take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, again, is the Sunday night game against the Rams. I think the Rams are going to take this at home and get to 9-2 on the season. And last but not least, our Monday Night Football game, the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. I think that San Francisco will take this at home. I think it'll be a pretty decent game, but I still think they'll get to 8-4 on the season. So I'll do another quick PSA, but then we're going to end up wrapping up with Midday with the Raj. So let's get another PSA out, and we'll get going here. New music PSA. WCCH is looking for new music to play. We want to make WCCH the best radio station in Western Mass, maybe even the world. So if you would like your music to be featured on the station, shout us out. Shoot us in a DM on Instagram at 1035 WCCH. The MP3 files to Professor Pat at plabelle@hcc.edu. Thank you for your help in making WCCH the best in variety. That is indeed correct. If you are interested in joining our radio station, shoot us a DM at the 1035 WCCH Instagram page. And then we'll let Pat know about that. But we got about 9 minutes left on the show. It's been a good show. I enjoyed having DJ Damon C on the show and his nephew on the show today as well. Gabriel, that was really great to have both of them come on and share how excited they both are to go to San Diego, California, and to see Survivor Series. That's going to be quite the experience and thrill ride for both of them. But like I said, I like to see John Cena retain his title and beat Dominic Mysterio coming up at Survivor Series as well. The Survivor Series pay-per-view takes place next Saturday. Next Saturday, the 28th. Or no, the 29th, excuse me. And we're going to check out the card for this year's Survivor Series since we won't be on the show next week. So we're going to check out the Survivor. I know that they probably haven't finished. They could, but we're going to look at the card right now for the next 8 minutes and discuss what do we expect and what's to come at this pay-per-view. And John Cena is only down to two more. So it's gonna be a sad day come December 13th, but like they say, always the next chapter is next. So WWE Survivor Series 2025 match card. Let me get this up for you guys. So the matches, of course, we have the Survivor Series men's War Game match with CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, Jey Uso, the Usos, of course, Roman Reigns against the Vision, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar both were on the last episode of Monday Night Raw this past week. If you missed it, Cam Scattaboo got into quite the pushing and shoving contest with the Judgment Day, and he was there in person with 6 other Giants, and Abdul Carter was also there as well. But back on topic, Roman Reigns is the last member of the babyface team, and for the heels is Brock Lesnar with the Vision. So that's going to be quite the match. I don't really care who wins, but I would like to see, honestly, just Brock dominate most of the match. That would be absolutely awesome. But that's one match. We have the Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, TBA for the other teams versus Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Kabuki Warriors, and Kairi Sane, TBA as well for that. And then John Cena, the IC champion, against Dominic Mysterio. Will be taking place as well. Cena is a first ballot Hall of Famer and the first 17-time world champion recognized by WWE until recently. He was not a Grand Slam champion. That's because the Intercontinental title has been surprisingly eluded him in 2 decades. On November 10th, John Cena defeated Dominic Mysterio in an impromptu match for the Intercontinental title. They will have their rematch at Survivor Series. And I think John Cena is going to pick up his second win against Dominic Mysterio and beat him again. The Women's World Championship, Stephanie Valkyria and Nikki Bella will be taking place at Survivor Series as well. Those are the matches I see so far. But it's going to be a great atmosphere in San Diego, California. And if you want to enjoy that pay-per-view a couple days after Thanksgiving, it'll be on the ESPN app, ESPN as well, so it'll be great. And of course, John Cena only has a couple more events, Survivor Series, and he just had his last Raw at MSG, and he had it at TD Garden the week before. John Cena's last event will be December 13th. They're having a Last Time Is Now tournament to determine who will be his last opponent. John Cena, most of his career, never really handpicked his opponents. He was always about opportunity. So that's another thing that I really admired as well. We got about 4 minutes on Midday with the Raj. This Friday, obviously it's Friday night SmackDown as well. That'll be, a week before, the last SmackDown before Survivor Series and the week before the last Raw. And I'm sure those tournaments will keep going on for the Last Time Is Now tournament as well. But thank you for joining me on Midday with the Raj. There's about 3 minutes, so we'll play a a quick song, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. No show next week because it is Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, you guys, and enjoy your nice 5-day break coming up. Have a good one.